Good morning, afternoon, evening, midday, or whatever other time it is, for you anyway. I'm Alex, and welcome to the Lost Souls podcast. I. The podcast I thought I was done with, but seem to be coming back to. Not even really sure what I'm going to be doing anymore. I guess it's back to my roots with this, whatever. I made it in order to the podcast to try to make some sense out of my life. I went through some kind of spiritual awakening. Really jumped whole hog on the Christian bandwagon. Then became disillusioned with established religions and institutions. I suppose it was inevitable. Even if I find faith, it can't be simple. No, I don't think anything can be simple for me. Or I don't think anything can be simple for me. It's just, I don't know. But look at a hypocrite. Having gone through all that, just to stand here now and be like, well, I feel like that was a different person than I am now. Some people like that person more. That's just the truth. I guess I wonder if I can become him again. If I should. That's a good idea. Even was he, who am I? That's really what I'm trying to figure out here. Who am I? I'm just recording it so other people might listen to it one day. Maybe I'll listen to it one day. I'll be like 60 years old and I'll be like, what did I get up to? Who was I when I was like in my 20s? I wonder if I'll be disappointed in myself. I just wonder sometimes. Is all this worth it? I ask if it's a waste of time, but that's not worth asking. Of course it's a waste of time. I'm just doing it anyway. Everything's a waste of time if you really think about it. I mean, no, not everything, but most of the things we do. What are jobs? What is sustaining the economy if not just a waste of time and an excuse for people to live? I mean, outside of the fact that it provides goods and services. Anyway, people do use it to survive, and it's beneficial, but at the end of the day, it just creates a bunch of work for people to do. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying. Sometimes I wonder if I should try to script something like this. But I think the point of it's that I'm not. I do have something I want to talk about and get around to, but I feel there's no use in rushing the point. Not when, if you're here at this point, you're probably in for a long haul because almost nobody makes it this far in the videos. I remember now when I stopped making them. Videos, podcasts, whatever the hell you want to call them. I put the effort into them, but I guess that's good enough. I really do make these for me and nobody else. Not for me to listen to, just to make them. Make something. Some meaning out of it all. Hope that maybe one day it all matters. One day it pays off. One day this is somehow just what somebody needs. Hopefully, anyway. Is it okay to admit you're scared? I don't mean like, it's fine, just not if you're a guy. Sometimes life really does throw you some curveballs. You just gotta adapt. And sometimes you don't know how things are gonna change. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna do quite yet. And that uncertainty's scary. There's no other way to put it. You can hide from the fear. Act like it's not there. Stick it in the closet. Shut the door. Lock it. Say, I'm not scared. I'm a man. Then sometimes fear knocks down the door. Except it's no longer fear because I got really pissed off in the closet. Now he's breaking shit. Flipping tables. For what sometimes? This is actually, I can't believe I actually managed to segue into what I wanted to talk about. Because sometimes that anger is more destructive than it is helpful. And that's the truth. Anger helps. It helps you get over things. Gives guys especially an outlet. I know it did me. But I guess it matters what that anger is directed at. And I told myself for the longest time, I can be angry as long as I'm angry upward. I can be angry at the government. Can be angry at institutions. Can be angry at people in positions of power and authority. But what good is all that anger? What good is it doing me? I can answer that. It's doing jack shit for me. You know, I do have faith in God. I just don't. I don't think anybody has it quite right. I don't think things are quite what people think they are. And things aren't quite as people seem. But I'm not going to sit here and critique the church and Christian faith right now. I'm not in the mood. Oh, gosh, I seem to be tired too. No, what I want to talk about today is restraint. I think I already said that. And why it's important. Why you gotta hold back. I'll get there, I promise. I don't want to go about this. Yeah, I'm doing this on the fly. I guess where I want to start, maybe I can do this and make it a little better. I wonder if it'd be fuller if I just did that. Oh, it definitely. Well, sorry if you listened to the first half of this and it sounded like shit, because it's going to sound better for the second half. That's for damn sure. I'll try to re-record it, but I am too lazy for that shit. See, I wonder if I'm really picking this up well. Oh gosh, that's better. Okay, I pick out a little bit more now. Yeah, sorry if you listened to the first 8 minutes and actually made it this far. Congratulations, first off. I don't know if it'll ever actually happen, but hooray. Oh my gosh, I'm disgusting. No, I really don't. Well, can't believe that's my first thing. Start burping. Oh my god, I am disgusting. What's wrong with me? It's almost like I think I'm deeply fallen inside. But no, that kind of thing never happens. People don't hate themselves. Yeah, maybe I should take my own advice about restraint and not say the things that come to mind all the time. No, but imagine a world. Really. Because as much as I don't like people speaking the honest truth, imagine a world where everybody just said the first thing that came to their mind all the fucking time. I know, there'd be a lot less guesswork. And probably a lot less mental exhaustion, but man, would everybody be at everybody else's throat. Man, would everybody be at everybody else's throats. I would probably hate a lot of people. I wonder if that's why I don't open my mouth. Oh, I'm afraid people are going to hate me if I speak. That actually seems like a fairly cohesive train of logic, or train of thought to follow. Because if I project... Oh yes, let's go through my thought patterns. Let's see what I actually do when I dissect my own thoughts. Because if I'm projecting that, because what I'm actually doing is I'm projecting onto everybody else. I hate for people speaking. That's at the base of that. And why am I projecting that? Oh, because that's a deep fear of mine. So what the hell am I doing to get over it? Oh, well, I guess I'm speaking into a microphone so nobody's going to listen to. Wonderful, isn't it? I'm sure that'll fix everything. But sometimes it's about that's back to restraint. Showing restraint's about making strategic choices. And when I say strategic, I don't mean, oh my gosh, you got to plan everything out 3 moves in advance and you got to have the next 6 months planned out to the T. No, because you're going to get so frustrated. I learned that the hard way. Try to account for everything. Do you actually try to control every variable so things end up the way you want them to? This is not going to go well. It's going to go awful. Because things never go according to plan. That's why you need contingencies and backup plans on backup plans. Only then can you feel safe. No, I don't even know how long I'm doing this. For the same reason I do anything. Because I feel like it. I'm listening to myself speak. I'm speaking my thoughts out loud. In a way that people could hear. I mean, they're not, but they could. But restraint and making strategic choices, you only have so much energy to give. All of us do. You can't spend your energy everywhere, fighting every battle. If you did, never have any energy. You also can't run around fixing other people's problems. Why? Because you'd run out of energy. I'm going to say something, and I mean it. Unless you have other responsibilities, there are people who need to put people other than themselves first in their lives, but by and large, that's not who I'm talking to. I doubt many people on this podcast listening to this podcast are like parents, but parents to young children, I should say. Because you got to be able to look out for number one. What do I mean by that? It means if you can't take care of yourself, you're going to use to anybody. Right? And one part of taking care of yourself is being able to regulate your own emotions. See, taking care of my nieces actually taught me a lot if I'll just pay attention a little bit. Because I have to be the one to soothe her whenever. It's way easier than I thought it was going to be. And I thought it was just going to be stick a pacifier in the mouth, but that, number one, that's bad practice. But number two, that's just not, it doesn't work that well all the time. So then I really stopped to think, well, what am I really doing to soothe her? Is it really the motion that I'm going through? Is it really the pacifier I'm sticking in her mouth? Or is a lot of it just that I'm doing something to make her feel better? Because sometimes I'll just pick her up and she'll stop. Nothing really changed. I'm just touching her now. Giving her attention now. Being there with her now. And she's okay. For like 5 seconds, and then you do something else. If she keeps crying, there's a bigger issue. Hey, my phone went off. Oh, let me make sure that's not something I need to tend to with her. Damn it. Yeah, I curse. It's a bad habit. I'm just bad. That is my lexicon now. But you've got to take care of you. Because nobody else is obligated to. Sometimes you can live in domestic partnership or similar situations, family situations, where possibly that unit might be able to survive better that way. But when that's a one-on-one, when it's not back and forth, or where it's just like a duo dynamic, that's how toxic relationships form, if you needed to know. In case nobody spelled that out to you clear enough. But yeah. That's another thing too. Is if you were to spend your time pouring into other people, and first off, this old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, fits in here. A burnout light bulb. Oh my gosh, I get tongue-tied so easily when I don't slow down. A burnout light bulb can't shine anymore. I would edit this out, but I'm not going to listen to it anyway. Funny, right? Oh my goodness. I'm just sitting here on a microphone at this point. Take care of yourself. Well, if I'm here talking about whatever, nobody's really going to listen anyway. Let's actually talk about restraint. Like social settings as well. Do you fight every battle? Is it a good idea to fight every battle? There's a reason the old saying, pick your battles, exists, and it's because you're not going to win them all. You're probably not even going to win most of them. Hell, sometimes you don't even win some of them. Not every battle's worth fighting. Not because the reward's not worth it, but because the chances of winning are so small. It's like playing the lottery. If doing something, you feel like you're rolling slots, like you're rolling dice, trying to figure it out. On some level, that's life, because, nothing's actually certain all the time. But if you're banking on a long shot, that's just bad planning. I don't even know how I ended up here. I do that sometimes. Lose my train of thought. Maybe I fucked up my brain. Maybe all my brain cells are just gone. I don't have an attention span anymore. Maybe I'm the first generation iPad kid. Only I didn't have an iPad in front of me. I had a computer screen and video games. Oh, maybe I really can't pay attention to anything anymore. Maybe it's really hard to keep my attention. I just don't want to admit it. That's my brain sometimes. My brain convinces me that I'm actually a fucking idiot. I do some dumb shit sometimes to be as smart as I'm supposed to be. And that's the truth. Maybe I'm not meant to prosper. That doesn't mean that I'm not meant to have a good life, or I'm not meant to have anything, or that I'm not meant to... maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I don't even need to go that step. I'm saying meant, like there's a meant to and there's a meant not. Like the world isn't so cruel. I should just be fucking random. That's the cruelest thing of all. Certainty. You can be sure of something, and you can plan accordingly. You know what to do. At least there's no guesswork, there's no questioning, there's no laying awake at night wondering if you made the right decision or not. But with uncertainty, sometimes it's just cruel not knowing. And see, the thing about, sometimes in video games, you're given the odds. Like they tell you what your odds of winning shit are, or drop rates are known or whatever. In real life, they don't tell you what your chances are. Oh. You just gotta find out. It's up to like ability or something. That shit's ugly. Alright, what if I'm shit at everything? Now what am I supposed to do? I can barely lift my pencil. And write in a language people can understand. And you expect me to perform? Ridiculous. Maybe my issue is that I say I'm meant to do anything. But see, then I want to go to the other swing, or the other side, and say, well, I'm meant to do nothing then. But maybe those two don't have to be different. Or maybe those two are different. Sorry, excuse me. Maybe I choose what I'm meant to do. Maybe that's the liberating part. Is I get to decide. I have free will. Nobody can tell me what I have to do. Except everybody knows that's not true. I wish it was. Oh. Honestly, I wish I was controlled by no power, institutional or personal. I wish I didn't feel bound in a world, a system that feels broken. I wish I didn't feel like I was just stuck in a transient place between one life to the next. I wish all these things were true. Or weren't true. I wish I knew the true nature of reality. I wish I knew... Do we have a soul? Because I like to think yes. Is our soul unique? Yeah, that's the next question. That's the one nobody wants to jump to because it's worth asking. If souls are real, is there just like a soul factory? Are souls what we call consciousness? Is what we call a soul is it emergent? Is there something more to us than what's just purely physical? I mean, the answer to that's almost certainly yes, because of the mental. But in the spiritual comes to the question: is the spiritual part consciousness something to do? I mean, connected on an intricate level. Is the universe itself conscious? I mean, I can't say for certain, but it's not outside the realm of possibility, I suppose. Things we don't understand. Oh, I mean, I don't like the fact that reality itself seems to be an illusion. Or not that it seems to be an illusion, it literally is an illusion, concocted by your brain every single moment. You know, if you could just trick, honestly, if you could just trick the brain, and as long as the brain's what processes sensory inputs, which by every stretch of the imagination it seems to be. Every stretch of the imagination, what kind of fucking language am I using? By all means, it seems to be. It seems to process information, and we're fed that. Imagine now. That's the part that is weird, isn't it? I say we. I'm really bad for saying we. And I'm not quite sure why. Fucks with me sometimes. I mean, just in the singular. I'll say we almost in the singular when it's just me. I'm just talking about myself. That fucks with me. It's not like I'm two different people. I don't have like DID or anything, at least not to my knowledge. Or I imagine if I did, I would fucking know about it. But what do I know? I'm just a man. And also, I'm just not going to self-diagnose, but anyway. Don't do that, kids. Kids are watching. For all I know, this is like a 90-year-old grandma listening to me. For all I know, this is my own grandma listening to me right now. And Granny, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. You know, I just wonder sometimes. Is there something deeper beyond it all? Is there some reason for everything? I desperately want there to be. I want there to be some reason when I'm still here. That I'm alive. Some reason for my existence. That's what I want. One with certainty, but I'm not entirely sure there is certainty in this world. If there is, there's certainly not much of it. But where does that leave people at? Where does that leave me at? You know, my selfish ass. How do people survive? I guess they survive through restraint, isn't it? You hold back. You bite your tongue. You pick your battles. You plan ahead. And you look to the future. Don't look too hard. Because you can't always count your chickens before they hatch. So I guess the question everybody has to ask is what's next? We listen to this. Obviously, I'm not going to make it big. I'm not going to be able to sustain myself by doing stuff like this. And that'd be nice. Just do stuff I'd like to do anyway, make money from it. If you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Wish that was actually something on the table. But I'm not so sure it is. Life's rough. System as a way of grinding people down. And then you wonder, what does it all mean? Am I missing some hidden message? Am I supposed to lose faith? Am I supposed to despair? Except the cold, hard reality of whatever existence I live in, and lose compassion, turn bitter, turn cold, so that I might survive. Or hold on to my humanity. Whatever of it I have. I wish I had it all figured out. But I know even adults don't have it figured out anymore. Plenty of bad things happen to people all the time. They're all supposed to grieve stability. I'm surprised I'm even still talking. even still here. Guess I'm doing it because it feels better than doing nothing. Working through my thoughts. Recording is better than not, I suppose. I'm gonna record all my, when I play stuff, might as well record me sitting here talking, thinking. Somebody will come across this one day and be like, maybe we need to send him to a mental institution. Like Mom always said, shit I needed to do. Well, that was years ago. Hopefully I stabilized enough to not need shit like that. I mean, I'm probably batshit crazy. But I come by it honest, if that makes it any better. And I'm pretty good at hiding it sometimes. That'd be fun if I ever thought somebody could love me. One of those deep-seated, you're unlovable. Nobody ever could. I mean, how could somebody love me? That thought. Of course, I don't see any of the positives about me. Right now, it seems like the only thing I can do is put on weight. Can't seem to find the motivation to lose any of it. Well, I say put on weight, but I've been pretty consistently the same weight, even if it feels like I've been putting on weight. And who am I kidding? I'm not in any shape to find somebody for a long time. I like how that's where my brain goes. Because the two are intricately linked in my mind. Because I wish that the reason I was lonely was because I was fat. They make things simple. Except I tried losing the weight. Didn't fucking work. Took a lot of hate to get there too. A lot of self-hate that now I just have to live with. My God. That's rough sometimes. Funny. It is funny, I think. I've got to try to laugh at it. Try not to call myself pathetic and worthless and say it's all my fault, because that's honestly just me blaming myself so that I feel like there's some level of control and something I can do about it. Make everything better. Make everything work out. Because if it's me, I can fix me. I can change me. I can hate myself into submission. That's not worked for a long time now. And I've just not operated my software. What the fuck is wrong with my language? Updated my software, that's the word I meant to say. Something else came out in my brain. It's fucked. I mean, I swear. I'm honestly girl crazy. I just can't admit it. Like, oh my God, but you never talk to girls or women or reach out to them. Yeah, because they fucking terrify me. Oh my God, I can't get enough of them. No, my mom, on the other hand, I can get enough of her, which also kind of busts that illusion bubble, because it's like, oh, well, it's the women who aren't my mom that I'm crazy about. And that's just because I've not got close enough to them to realize that they piss me off too. Not to the same level, but nobody's perfect and everybody's going to get on your nerves sometimes. There's no such thing as, well, no pain, no gain, I suppose. So that's how it comes full circle. I would honestly think we lived a meaningless existence where there was no underlying structure aside from whatever physics has to tell us about, the laws of nature or whatever. If things did not always seem to circle back around somehow. And this is like, I know people see patterns where there aren't any patterns, but this is a recurring pattern. So either I subconsciously lead myself into situations which reaffirm things I believe and see those same pattern cycles over and over again, which I suppose is true. Or that could just be one part of it. That can be true and the other part not necessarily be not true. It just, if you take Occam's razor to it, it doesn't have to also be true if one is true, but it also feels like there's some kind of divine providence, you know. It's been like that for a long time. Some order, something you don't fully understand, some kind of, I don't know. Oh, I am disgusting. I don't know why I'm so quick to say shit like that about myself. I mean, I've been recording, 35 minutes and already. Like, that didn't take shit for time. This is why I can't talk to anybody. Because I know the second I start putting myself down there, I'm gonna be like, stop that shit, or like, just not listen, or hell if I know. I'm not good at sharing how I feel anyway. I'm not really good at sharing what I think. Forget about what I feel. I'm just some guy who likes to think he's funny. But nobody's gonna listen to because he's really not. Or he's not entertaining enough to keep people's attention long term. Because right now, if somebody's listening, one thing you're doing is sitting here with me over this microphone. I got no idea what you want to do that for. Listen to my voice. Listen to me rant and rave. Well, I can, but I don't like to think like that. You know? Just in case I'm not here one day. This is a record. There, I said it. Always come back to this. Somebody finds it. But if nobody finds it, then that's all there is. There's that damn fan in the background. I'm not sure I can edit that out in the post. So maybe that's time to call it. I've been going for a while now. This was supposed to be a podcast, but I just ended up ranting for forever, talking about restraint. I might upload it anyway. Why not? It's not like I'll lose anything by doing it. And I think it all makes me feel some type of way. I'm doing something. I'm making progress. Like I'm moving forward. Because forward motion, actually. You know, like sharks. You know, keep moving or you'll drown. Nah. I'm just about to be taken under. Again. Oh, I wish this was the first time. But I know this pain. I've been here before. And I know there's a way out of it. And then you come back into it. These things work in fucking cycles. Go up. You go down. You go up. And they go down. Over and over and over and over again. We just don't see it the way it actually is. I mean, I don't have the opinion we don't see anything for what it really is, but I think I've already said that over the course of this whole podcast. But if you're listening, thanks for listening. I'm not sure why you would, but it's either I would. As long as I think nobody's going to listen to my podcast, nobody's probably going to listen to my podcast. I wonder if I need to be okay with that or not. I say this will blow up. Show my ass wrong. I'll show you me. I'll show you exactly how... I'll show you exactly how many people are going to listen to my podcast. Well, I think that's what I'm going to call it. About 40 minutes. Weird background noise. Wonderful. 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 Peace. And until next time. And if you made it this far, God bless. Not because I'm trying to shove any religion down your throat. Because I wish you the fortune that only divine intervention can afford to give you. Peace.